Boom, boom. What up? Y'all already know what it is. The Big Fees Podcast. I'm back again with my partner in crime, Sam. Walk up.
What up, y'all? What up?
What's Gucci? So how's everything?
Everything's cool, man. You know, this is like my favorite part of the week, man.
Yeah,
This is therapeutic, man.
Yeah,
this really
therapy.
is. I drive 90 minutes to come here every time I come here, y'all.
Therapy for old niggas, I'm
telling you. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
CBC weekend this weekend in Washington, D.C. Congressional Black Caucus, for all of those who don't know what that is, 2024, and I haven't been out at all. No events. I've been invited, but I've done CBC before. Several times. I'm good. So shout out to all my people out there partying for the C.
Definitely.
See you never again. Not next year. I still ain't coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, you know what? DC's such a party town. I don't care what anyone says. I mean,
that's what the dude Keith Lee said when he came, the food critic. He said this city is pretty much geared toward, he said all the restaurants are geared towards drinking.
And he's right.
Yeah, it's a party town. It's all about, you come to DC, you come to party.
You come to party, man.
If girl say she going to Jamaica or she coming to DC, don't trust her. I'm trying to tell you.
And then, mess around, with CBC, and then, of course, Howard's Homecoming in about a month.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be
just
like
CBC
Part 2. Like CBC Part 2. And listen, let me tell you, man, I mean, Kamala, I'm here for the black sister, man. Man, if she wins, and I'm hoping she does win, make sure y'all go out and vote. We don't have to give out politics because we don't have to do that.
Be the first Howard University alumni that became Howard didn't. If and when that happens, Howard's going to be the #1 HBCU.
Listen, let Howard people tell you, Howard's already the #1 HBCU.
But that's going to solidify it, though.
Yeah. I guess so. That's man. But no, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hampton.
Hey, listen. It is what I mean. I went to school in DC, but I didn't go to Howard. But I guess everybody who went to school in DC went to Howard. So I'm for it, man. But hey, look, on top of that, she'd be the first black woman president. So I mean, she'd be the first woman and black woman president. Like that's crazy, man. But I'm here for it. I'm all the way here for it, man.
I see these days and times. So.
I've
seen the first black president.
Yeah.
I'm about to see the first reality star president. Now I'm about to see the first black woman president.
Man.
So the only thing that I haven't seen yet is Aliens, and that's coming. That's coming.
Hey, listen.
I feel the Independence Day coming on. Alex, what's up, bro? 2 frames in the building. What's on the menu?
Listen. What up? All right. So what we starting with, man?
I don't know what's on the menu.
Commanders losing, as they always do.
See, I'm gonna go here. For those who aren't from DC, that right there was just some old straight Bama, you know what, right there. just putting that in the show and putting that in this podcast. As many of y'all know, I'm a big Commanders, whether you call them the Redskins, whatever, a burgundy and gold fan. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm actually not mad that we lost because
You're not mad at an L?
I'm not mad at the L. I mean, listen. I'm gonna tell you why. Because for so long, when we lost, we looked horrific. Players was running into each other. Colorblind quarterbacks who snapped the ball and crumbled.
So you have
defense.
You have faith. Who do you have faith in?
No, I have faith in the burgundy and gold. But my point is that we just lost to a better team. And to me, I don't have a problem with losing to a better team. The Ravens lost to the Chiefs. That ain't no travesty. We just lost to a better team. Now, if we lose to the Giants, and I hate to say it, this podcast might come out after that. We some bullshit if we lose to the Giants. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to happen.
But that's going to happen.
That's going to happen.
All right. Yeah, why you say that?
It's the Commanders, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not the Browns.
No, we're not. I wish we were. We're not.
The Browns would beat us, though. But
I just don't have no faith in.
Yeah, okay, tell me why you don't have faith.
I just don't have no faith in the head coach. I don't have any faith in the quarterback.
How could you not have faith in his? He only had one game.
No, I mean, Dallas Cowboy Coach.
Okay, all right. You do realize that Dan Quinn was in the Super Bowl like a couple years ago. Like I mean, he was in the Super Bowl, bro.
The Falcons, right? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it ain't like he's somebody who can't win.
Okay. Okay.
So you know.
Okay. This is what it is. I'm gonna be honest.
Nah,
I just don't trust the quarterback. I don't like the quarterback.
Man, you racist.
No, I'm not.
Listen,
I'm just keeping it 100.
How
like,
could you not like the quarterback? He just got here, dude.
Okay, I rate quarterbacks like I rate artists, right?
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, so I rate quarterbacks in the same way that I rate an artist that's on their way out, because we're music people. We come from music background.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
so when a rap artist is coming out, how do you hear about him? His mixtape.
Yeah.
And he puts out several mixtapes.
Yeah.
So that's college years for quarterbacks. That's their mixtape.
I'm with you.
Okay, so you can have a dope mixtape, you can have a popular mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what you want to have is the best mixtape. And Jay Daniels didn't have the best mixtape. He had the most popular mixtape.
He won the Heisman.
He had the most popular mixtape.
I mean, you gotta actually play the game to win the Heisman.
So now name a Heisman Trophy winner that's besides Peyton that won the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, there's
not that
clearly Heisman Trophy winners that won Super Bowl.
Won his Heisman too.
I mean, I got
Matt
you.
Leinart did too.
I got you.
You.
I'm just trying to comment the fact that he was balling out.
My whole point I'm making is that your college years is your mixtape. So your first year as a quarterback, your second year as a quarterback really don't count. It's your third year. Just like when you come out from your mixtape, you make your first album.
Okay. I'm with you.
Your first album is when you draw the people in.
But
like,
see,
can you sell records? Okay, let's see if you can sell records. If your first album tanks, then you really don't have a second or third.
Yeah.
But if your first album is successful,
Yeah.
then the pressure is on you to have a second or third good album.
I got you, but that doesn't answer why you don't like him.
Because he's in his first album.
So you haven't even heard the album, but you just don't like him.
The first song is an L.
So you heard the first bar.
Yeah, the
You
first
just
song.
don't like him, the first song.
So it's 16
and you don't like him.
games, meaning it's 16 songs.
But I mean, can't you just not like the song?
So the first song is.
You ain't gonna listen to the rest of the album.
Nah, yeah. Ain't no jet.
You know the.
All right. First album was fine, right?
Dope.
Okay.
So was Bryson Tiller.
All right. So what's the problem going on here? Doesn't it
Yeah.
apply?
Nah. 50 Cent first album was dope. Okay. So was Bryson Tiller first album.
Okay.
RG3 first album was dope.
Yeah.
What happened to his second and third album? Trash.
Weird.
Okay.
But did you not like RG3 when he first started? Is the question?
No, I don't. I don't like him in the first album.
Man.
I started picking up quarterbacks in the third.
You know, I thought I was the hater. What type of angry Smurf shit are you on, bro? What's the name of that Smurf that was always upset?
I literally picked,
Grumpy Smurf.
I picked quarterbacks. Okay, now look at Tom Brady. His mixtape was horrible.
Okay.
But when his first album, second album, third album, fourth album, dope.
All right, so what if he balls out, and once again, this podcast might come on after the game, but what if he balls out against the Giants? Are you going to like him?
It's the Giants, bro.
So you're still not going to like him?
No, it's the Giants.
So what will make you like him?
Balling out, what will make me like him is if he could carry the Commanders to the playoffs.
Okay, so your point is, until he's proven himself, you don't like him.
Yeah, if he can make it to the second round of the playoffs, I'm giving him a shot.
Damn, you know you're not dating him. I mean, it's just a basketball.
I'm giving him a shot.
Okay,
if he can make it to the second round of the playoffs, all
right,
I'm giving him a shot.
Well, let me tell you, I ain't mad at the kid. At the end of the day, I just felt a better team beat the Commanders. And you know what? No turnovers. And to me, if your first debut on the whole NFL scene, you have no turnovers.
He had a better first.
You know?
He had a better first. Drake May didn't even play. And Caleb Williams didn't even score.
Yeah.
So he did better than both of them.
Exactly. And that, to me, that's the win.
He did better than both of them. So I can't give him that. Thanks to Albert from the West Pod World, West Pod Morning Show, who brought that to my attention. Drake May didn't play. Caleb Williams didn't even score. The defense won those games. So he did a way better job than both of them.
Exactly.
So I give him that.
You sound like somebody that likes him.
I give him that, but
You sound, I'm just saying.
first song was some trash.
You sound like somebody.
Well, speaking
All
of
right.
NFL,
Yeah, let's talk about.
we got our boy Kendrick in New Orleans for the Super Bowl.
Oh Lord.
Instead of Wayne.
Oh Lord.
How
This.
do y'all feel about this?
God, man, this joint, man.
I
Lord.
let me just start off by saying to every camera, Jay-Z, I love you, my nigga. But fuck that, bruh. I'm sorry. That's New Orleans. I know wherever city you be in, that artist from that city doesn't perform in the Super Bowl. But that's Wayne. Wayne deserved that, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Wayne deserved that, bro. And I know you helped him out in the past. You helped him out with a lot of stuff. But Super Bowl in New Orleans for Wheezy, you know how many hit records Wayne got with other people? He could have brought out all them.
Yeah,
Kendrick don't even got a catalog like Wayne. Or he don't got guest appearances on songs like Wayne. Wayne could have turned that Super Bowl out, bro. So I would have loved to see Wayne do it. You know what I'm saying? I understand what Hove doing. Like he pretty much, because Kendrick album dropping after that. So Kendrick under a lot of pressure because your album gotta be fire. And just because it's Kendrick Lamar don't mean your album gonna be fire.
Yeah.
So Wayne not performing at the Super Bowl in New Orleans, you know Young Money was coming out. You know every Robin Thicke was coming out. He was coming. Wayne was gonna put it on. For Kendrick to be on there,
Yeah.
the only person Kendrick can really bring out is Beyonce. Who else can he bring out?
I mean, that's not a bad person to
No, it's not.
out, bro. Like, I mean,
I
let's
think
call it
that's-
a buck.
that's what I'm saying.
You're like, the only person she can bring out is Beyonce.
I think that's
like, come on.
I think that's
let's
the
not
play.
just say it like that. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's the play.
But, I mean,
the
and
play
you know,
is for Beyonce to come out.
hey, you know, so I'm gonna tackle this question two ways. Actually, I don't even have to. You kind of tackled it the first way. I mean, you know, I think sometimes we forget that this whole thing is much bigger than just our personal tastes. I mean, there are agendas and initiatives being pushed. I mean, we both worked in the industry. We know about the politics. I think now that's just that. You know, I got love for everybody, so I ain't gonna break into the politics. As a fan, though, and I think
God,
that's the part that's what's up. What's up?
I did not mean to cut you off. I just realized something.
What's up?
Wayne's World was the first podcast.
Wayne's World.
Party time. I don't know why that just popped in my
Oh,
head.
you talking about that? Oh.
That just came out of no fucking way.
Oh, you talking about that early, the MTV kind of, like the
World
Wayne's
had
World?
the first podcast.
It might have been.
God
I mean, just
damn.
kind of like, just kind
My
of
bad, I
rough
ain't mean to-
bootleg. Yeah, I guess so. I guess
The other
so.
side, I'm looking like, what the fuck is
I know.
Feast
I
talking
need one of those drinks too.
about?
I'm a little caught. I ain't
I don't know
caught
why it
up.
just popped
He
in
just
my
like
head.
Wayne's World is the
Remember
first
Wayne's World used to be
podcast.
Wayne's World was sitting in front of, that was the first podcast.
I didn't even think
Damn,
about
shout
that. I
out
can
to
see
Wayne's
that.
World.
Shout
Damn,
out
my
to
bad.
them, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
but
to
go
them.
back to the
But no.
politics of it,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say, you know, so first and foremost, we know the politics behind the scene, and yada yada. So let's just take that away. Now I'm just speaking as a pure fan. So anybody got a problem with what I had to say? I'm a sports fan. And everyone knows I'm a sports fan. I think that the only thing that threw me off was that, you know, Kendrick was just in the Super Bowl about 2 or 3 years ago, and I think that was what threw me off. I was like, we just, even though it was a part of Dre's set, I was like, we just saw Kendrick, and now, you know, beyond just the Lil Wayne part, I was like, we just saw him. Now, I'll say this on top of that. I'll be like, look, you know, we know the song of the summer. You know what I'm saying? Not like us. We know he has to perform that. We know that him performing that is gonna create obviously all types of. I mean, hey, actually, this announcement, you know, already opened the wound. I mean, I'm like
opening the wound.
Look, I'll be the first to say I love Kendrick and Drake. I mean, I love both of their music. You know, the music of both of those. So
But Drake
to me,
performing at FIFA though.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I think that, like, to me, I think that
NFL, 130 million views. FIFA, close to 5 billion.
yeah,
Sorry.
I think
The
the
world.
world, yeah.
Yeah. But the world loves
Drake.
not like us.
They're not like us
yeah.
as serious.
Playing it everywhere.
They're not like us as serious. But you know what? I'm gonna say this though. I think that I think that there needs to be some sort of better explanation other than just saying, hey, look,
He's a generational
Kendrick
artist and all that.
is just, I mean, because here's the thing. Wayne is a generational artist too. So it's like everything you can say about Kendrick, you can say about Wayne. So it's like you can't just use that as like you have to kind of explain.
Everything after Hov is Hov influence. Everything after Wayne is Wayne influence.
But here's the thing. One thing about Kendrick that I'm gonna say, because I know how creative he is, I know he has to be listening to this and saying, you know what? We might not know it now, but do not be shocked if somewhere in the middle of Kendrick's set, Wayne pop up, P pop up.
It's the only
the whole set pop up. Like I think
I
think now it's just a whole bunch of yammering and you know what I'm saying. But I think when the set actually hits, because
everybody's gonna be looking forward to this performance. And what you just said is going to be what's going to anticipate everything.
Yeah.
Is Wayne coming out?
I think
Wayne
that's going to be. I think Wayne's going to kill it. Yeah, because you can't be in New Orleans.
Wayne got to come out, bro.
And you can't. And you know what? Let's be real about what started this whole thing.
Wayne has to come out.
Let's be real. What started this whole thing was really what they did for Dre. I think that's what set this whole thing in motion, because it was like, it was basically a celebration of LA.
Yeah.
And I think before that, they could have put Kendrick on. No one would even thought twice about it. But it's like, oh, now we celebrating places? Yeah. And even though Rihanna, and I forgot who did the one in between, if there was one in between. But I think now you kind of set a precedent, because that was a hell of a, I think they might have won an award off of that. Like, that was a hell of a show that I think everybody's expectation is like, New Orleans got all these artists. So I think, you know what, don't count Kendrick out. I'll keep it a buck. Don't count Rock Nation, Jay and them out. Don't count, Jess and the team out. Like they might.
What would be dope is if it might be a long shot, but what would be dope if Kendrick brought out Wayne and Drake and Kendrick squashed the beef at the Super Bowl.
Yo! But here's the problem. He got to perform Not Like Us, so it's not going to happen. He got to perform. If he ain't perform Not Like Us.
Don't act like Drake won't do a 16 for a remix of Not Like Us and him and Kendrick. Drake could do that.
Now, before we move
Drake could do that.
That would be incredible.
If Kendrick brings out Wayne,
yeah.
What happens with Wayne and Drake's relationship? Because we already know Not Like Us is going to be performed.
Yeah.
No Cash Money artist wants to be around Kendrick when he's performing Not Like Us. Before or after, it don't matter. Either way, that's going to look bad.
Let me tell you something, man.
That's going to look crazy.
It can look crazy, but if you're going to sit here and tell me that nobody in Young Money or Cash Money has been in a club and heard Not Like Us, it started nodding their head. I mean, look.
Wayne was in. Wayne was in one of his own concerts, and Not Like Us came on. He rapped along with it.
I mean,
I saw that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that. So
here's a better question. I mean, is the Super Bowl gonna allow him to use all the lyrics of the song? Like that last bar, A minor, like that is the line, yo.
They want to say A minor. If the whole crowd.
Ooh, that's.
If I was Drake,
yeah.
I'm not talking no music.
What y'all doing? Y'all,
but you know what though?
Y'all just hoping this really happens.
Listen. But listen. I say this. I get the gripe. It'd be like a Super Bowl here in DC and just having no go at all. Like after LA. Like I think everybody has a right to feel the way they feel. Is what I'm trying to say, and I get it. But I think it's gonna be crazy. I just think that I think a bigger question is that how long are we gonna have the Super Bowl cater to us? I think that's a bigger question. I think
word up.
Y'all can feel about how they doing now.
It's hip hop every year,
but I ain't heard no country music person in about 5-6 years. No rock and roll.
Fuck all that. Hip hop every day,
so I'm wondering when that's gonna happen, because I know there gotta be people.
Who next year?
Like literally, yo.
Who? Beyonce.
Did
she already do it? She was the first one to open the door.
Guess what? He run the show.
Yeah, she was the first. So she was the first. Her and Bruno Mars was the first one.
And she gonna go last before they bring anybody else.
But you want to
fire
know?
whole ass.
Hey, can I say something
Yeah,
though? I know we might have to cut this down a little bit, but I just want to take a second to comment on the fact that this year, I'm not gonna knock music all around, but if I think of the song this year and like best songs this year, I feel like this is one of the rare years. Like it was really just one song that kind of really, and I'm not taking away, I mean, of course Beyonce had her song and stuff like that, but like this one song dominated the year to the point where I'm like,
well, not like us.
Not like us. It's like, if you think about it, I try to think sometimes, like what other song dominated this year? Like
the only song I can say that was like as impactful as Not Like Us. It wasn't this year though.
Okay,
but what reminds me of the impact of it was In the Club 50.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
When 50 dropped In the Club.
Yeah.
Like that shit.
Yo.
They played that shit every day. I was in radio, on the radio.
Yeah, no,
that
you're right.
shit played every.
Go.
So that's how Not Like
Go. Hey,
Go,
Shorty,
Shorty.
it's your birthday. Oh, yeah.
And that's just what Not Like Us remind me of. I'm
It
like,
is.
It's
Like
50 again.
That
man.
one song, like I can't even, if you were to like write the
They
10
play this shit at
best.
kids' parties.
Ooh, yeah, yo.
Mitzvah. I'm like, God damn, they slaughtering Drake out there.
Hey, but you know what? I think Drake could come back. I said, if Drake comes back, he got to come back like on an R&B singer song or something. Like I don't think it's a song. I think he just needs 8 to 16 bars of somebody else's song, and just because I don't think a song for song is gonna do it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. When Drake come back, Drake has to have a fire album after this shit.
I think Drake got it in him.
Of course I know he do,
Yeah.
but he got to be like Drake got to be in this bag.
Yeah,
when he come back off of this shit.
Well, I think both of them.
This one of those joints where he has to literally put everybody out of the studio. It's just him and his son and his manager in there. And no girls, no scissor, none of that. This one of them joints where Drake got to go back to the drawing board.
I tell you,
straight up.
I was actually gonna wrap this up, but I think I'm not. I know this is your show, but I was gonna say, it's so funny that you got me thinking about what you said earlier. They got this dude Kendrick in Enemy Lines behind Enemy Lines performing. Like I didn't even think until I thought about what he said earlier. He is in Enemy Line. He is going to the heart of Young Money, and he's actually performing Not Like Us. Yeah, we need to revisit this one.
They love Drake in New Orleans, nigga. They love Drake in NO, nigga.
They might as well have the Super Bowl in Toronto. No. He performing Not Like Us. Oh, he is. You know what? He's the GOAT if he gets away with this.
He's going to get away with it.
I don't advocate any negative violence or anything, but this is
the greatest rap
gangster, yo.
Gets away with this.
Ooh, God.
Yeah.
Ooh, I never thought until you said it earlier.
Kendrick Lamar will be the number one. He's the number one.
That's like
it was Hov, Wayne, Drake. But if Kendrick do this, it's Hov and Kendrick. He going to New Orleans, bro. He's going to New Orleans.
I've been like Tupac, selling out the garden.
Hov said, "I want you in New Orleans." It's New Orleans.
You know what?
That's
Hov
like when Hov and Nas is beefing, and then Hov have a concert
in Queensbridge.
The fuck you doing, nigga? This is Brooklyn. I'm show in Queensbridge.
Or Nas and Marcy.
Yeah. Nas going to Marcy. It's Kendrick in New Orleans, nigga.
Yo, this is gonna be. You know what?
This 50 in Dade County.
Hey, this is
Rick
spicy.
Ross in Southside Jamaica, Queens.
This is
That's
spicy.
What this is.
You know
Kendrick
what?
in New Orleans, nigga.
I just got excited.
Dang.
Like this is gonna be special.
And then on top of that, Kendrick in New Orleans, the whole fucking West Coast going to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. This gonna be interesting, nigga.
Oh man.
You a motherfucking troublemaker and the instigator.
It's The Rock.
Alex, you saw the menu.
Now that we mentioned Hov,
Yes, sir.
we gotta talk about the Queen, Beyonce and Cowboy Carter at the CMAs.
Oh, she got. I don't really think it's okay. So to keep you abreast on the story, Beyonce dropped her first country album. It's called Cowboy Carter.
You got no one to hold them.
CMAs are coming up, Country Music Awards, and she didn't get any nominations. And I want to know why everybody is so surprised. She's not a country artist. She just dropped a country album.
Yeah, and those people, they not.
Yeah, and she's black.
Beyonce, they're not checking for me.
Yeah, and she's. So I want to know why is everybody in uproar? Like, there's so many other country artists that like it's. And her dropping this. First of all, her dropping the country album, I felt like was a reach for like.
Somebody from Houston?
No, not somebody from Houston, but like what was the purpose of a country album?
I mean,
why you ain't been do one?
I think sometimes you just get bored, yo. Like, you know, I think about when Snoop did Snoop do a reggae album or a church album or something? Like, I mean, like she has conquered, like, she's conquered R&B and pop. Like, I agree in the sense that I see where you're going with this, but I just think as an artist, they just get bored and want to challenge themselves. But I see where you're going with this.
No, yeah, I'm just saying like
okay, I think she was just like, all right, well, we're gonna do another R&B song.
So many critics and music critics will argue the fact that she never won Album of the Year. And on the real, she's been snubbed on Album of the Year like 2 or 3 times. That's the biggest snub she ever has.
Kanye was right.
Yeah, because she was supposed to win a couple of them Album of the Years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the people argue that she did Cowboy Carter so she could see if she can win Album of the Year.
You know what? I gotta tell you.
And was Cowboy Carter a caliber album that can win her Album of the Year? And I listened to it, and it was just, you know. And I love Beyonce. I don't want to have coming after me on no bullshit. I'm straight up a Beyonce fan, but it just wasn't. It wasn't knocking to the point where, you know, it wasn't knocking. I was like, so why? I was trying to figure out what was the purpose of a cowboy of a country. And she's from Houston, so they probably love country music. But on none of her albums ever has she like Lemonade, none of that. She could have dropped hints of a country's album coming. Like one country song. Like K. Michelle gave you her album and she had put a country song on her album.
Yeah. No,
You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know I like country music.
I dig it.
K. Michelle loved country music.
Yeah.
But Beyonce never put a hint of country music nowhere in none of her albums. And then you come out with a full-fledged fucking album. Yeah. And then you ain't get no nominations at the CMAs. I was like, I'm sorry, no nominations at the CMAs for Cowboy Carter makes sense because it's your only country album and you're not a country. I don't get it.
You know, I'm honestly, I'm too far away from this story. Like I mean, I just don't. I'm not attuned to country music. I mean, you know, I heard her album, like, you know, snippets. I just, you know, of course, you know when to hold them and her sing, you know, but I'm just not as attached to this one. I will say this.
I wasn't.
You know, but you know, my real question is who's upset? Like, is it traditional country music people are upset, or is it people like who's upset?
Traditional country people was upset that she made a country album.
And that I know. So that's what I'm trying to get. Like, who's upset about her not getting awards? Who's upset about that?
Her fans and following and black people probably mad because I'm like, but what? You can't be upset because it's not her. That's not her lane.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you this, man. There's a far bigger problem. Can we talk about the far? I think we live in this era right now where fandom has turned into just obsession and like just damn near borderline like crazy. I don't want to call them psychotic, but
Stands.
it's just like
Stands.
like some like you know I'm gonna have my fan base attack your fan base, so and I'm just like, come on, y'all. Like, I don't remember Michael Jackson's fans attacking Prince's fans.
Nah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You might have had healthy discourse, but it wasn't like, you know, like, you Prince, you Michael Jackson, let's rumble. You know what I mean? Like, it just is like, whatever's whatever. Like, I don't, like, we get, maybe because social media allows too many people to express their opinion, that it's just, but to me, it's like, yo, who cares? Like, I mean, yeah, as an artist, maybe Beyonce sitting at home like, man, I would have loved to. But you know how much money and success and, I mean, it's like a fleeting thought. It's like, hey, if anything, it's like that Caitlin Clark thing. I mean, I would think that country music would embrace her the same way the WNBA should have embraced Caitlin Clark when she came, So for me, I'm like, yo, you think the Queen Bee is tripping off of y'all? All right, she go back to being the Queen Bee.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll just go back to being the greatest artist in that world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's probably what I'm getting at.
Like,
I'm probably
it's
getting at, like,
dumb to me. Like
she cares. She probably like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And you know what? Let me, quick tangent. I'm sorry. I'm going to go on a quick little run right here. There's a lot of people that was talking trash about Caitlin Clark. I know it's had nothing to do with it, but I'm going to say this right now to the camera, right?
Yeah.
How y'all feel now?
Yeah.
I just want to know how y'all feel now. Because remember that? Like, Caitlin Clark, oh, she don't need to be on the Olympic basketball team. She ain't got the skills. She ain't got the this. She ain't got the that. And now she balling out and everybody quiet. Like, I like Stephen A. Stephen A. said what I thought I was like, oh, now everybody quiet. Now everybody like, oh, yeah, okay. I guess she's not just a white girl. No, really, she's the #1 scorer in NCAA history. Hello? But anyway, back to normally scheduled programming. So yeah, Beyonce, she's like, she ain't tripping off that. Like,
Tell this nigga DJ.
Hell yeah, Beyonce ain't tripping. I mean, what was your take on Caitlin Clark? Let's take a quick tangent on this.
I'm gonna keep it 100. When I felt as though I knew she was the better player.
Okay.
Mixtape. I knew she was the better player. I knew Angel Reese was the most popular player. But I knew Kendrick Clark is the better player. Angel Reese balls out. Like nothing taking nothing from her.
Yeah.
But I knew Caitlin Clark. If Caitlin Clark was on Kentucky instead of Iowa, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Probably not. I agree with that. I agree with that. No,
but she was on. Caitlin Clark literally made Iowa better. Iowa didn't make her better.
No, I agree.
Caitlin Clark was on Kentucky Hut on Coach Gino Amaretto. If she was with Coach Gino, we wouldn't be talking about Angel Reese. Wouldn't even be in the conversation. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, she got Indiana ball. Like I wanted to go see them when they came to play the Mystics.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, let me go see this phenomenon.
So it's just because she went to. If she was on Connecticut, then she would have won a championship.
Absolutely.
She was at Iowa. She stayed dedicated to Iowa. She stayed dedicated to her team, and their team wasn't strong enough to help her win a championship. She was strong enough to carry the team. Her team wasn't strong enough to help her win a championship. Sort of like LeBron. But anyway.
Oh God. I'll tell you this. I just, once again, man, I hate to be I'm not going to go down this path, but I hate to say it. That just shows you how old we are now, man. Because I swear to you, when Larry Bird and Magic, I never even thought about hating on Larry Bird other than I just like Magic Johnson. Yeah. Like, I never questioned the greatness of Larry Bird. Nah. But we live in a society, like, you can't just like the whole thing. You can't like LeBron and Mike. It's like, it's not allowed. You can't like, Kendrick and Drake. You can't like, like, I don't know. It's just go back to that psychotic fan base. Like, you can't like this and that anymore. It's like,
the fans.
God dang, can we be, like, I don't know.
It's the fans.
I blame, maybe it's politics that got us like this right now. Like, what's next? What's next?
People, can we put Eminem in our top 5?
Yeah.
I say yes.
Eminem goes in top 5. He got to.
Eminem, yeah, I will put Eminem in my top 5. Yeah. I mean, all that stuttering wasn't. There's a conversation that took place earlier. I mean, Eminem is top 5. I will also say, because a lot of people say this, I do believe that, because, he's not black, he definitely gets a little bit more than obviously if he was a black artist, because there are a lot of black artists that got just phenomenal skills. Like, you look at people like Big L, you know what I'm saying? And
You
just-
said earlier that Biggie wasn't even in your top.
All right, so yeah, so let me
So you got Eminem
let me
in
put
your
that
top
down.
5 before Biggie?
I'm gonna tell you why I say that though, and let me be very clear. Biggie is a phenomenal artist. I mean, unbelievable, warning, all that stuff. My thing is this. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I tell people this. Excuse me. When this question of who the best is and all that came out, it was in the 90s. It was in the 90s. It was like, that's when Biggie, everyone's like, oh, Biggie's the greatest thing. It was in the 90s. That was 30 years ago. Hip hop the longevity of hip hop has completely made that one little moment in time a one little moment in time. And that's the reason why I look at Biggie and I say, yo, Biggie is definitely great. But I look at somebody like a Nas. And if you would have asked me then, I would have been like, oh yeah, Biggie, Nas, and like they said, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z. Nas has been doing it for like 20 years. Jay's been doing it for like 20 years. Wayne's been doing it for like 15 years. M's been doing it for 20 something years. Hell, even LL has been doing it. But I mean, the point I'm making is like, if you really even Pac, people keep forgetting, Pac had like 4 or 5 albums out before he done passed away. Great storyteller. So it's like, for that moment in time in the late 90s, I get it. And I think now when you look at the bigger scope of hip hop, KRS is my favorite rapper. I'm not gonna say he's number 1 all time, but he is my favorite rapper. But the reality is that there just wasn't enough longevity there. He had a moment in time that he owned it. And I think for all of us, that was a moment in time that was so influential to us that we were like, yo. But when you think about the fact is that, we can only speculate what he would have been 8 albums in. We can only speculate what he would have been. And that's why it's like, I love Biggie for that moment. That moment? Oh God, it's like them years that Steph Curry in the Golden State. You'd be like, that's the greatest team that ever played basketball. You know what I'm saying? But hip hop is 50. And you're gonna tell me that the greatest lyricist, check this out.
I didn't say Biggie was the greatest.
No, I know.
Biggie go in your top
And
5.
I know what you said. But I explained the top 5. I was telling somebody the other day, lyricist. When they say, oh, who's the best lyricist? All right? I look at lyricists like Big Pun.
Pun nice.
You could sit in your house all
Pun
day.
Nice, nigga.
Check this out. You can sit in your house
Pun
and
nice,
try
nigga.
to even write what Pun wrote. It will take you weeks.
With a camera. Pun nice, nigga.
And it's like, if you think
Pun nice,
Pun
nigga.
is crazy. But when people say who's the best lyricist of all time, nobody says Big Pun. Pun.
That always used to be my my struggle. I was like, damn. It had literally been between Pun and Biggie.
But check this out. I'm gonna flip it even further. If you just go bar for bar, Pun and Eminem are like damn near the same thing. So answer this question. Why is Eminem and Pun, who can go bar for bar with him, just looked at his Pun? That's why the game is the game. You know what I'm saying? Big L was ridiculous. There are a lot of rappers that, when people say who's the best rapper of all time, no one says Pun. Pun is just, but at the end of the day, he only had 2 albums that people, and it's just, you just don't.
So Biggie now your top 5, Pun your top 5?
In terms of rappers, greatest of all time, probably, I don't put him in that list.
I didn't say greatest, I'm saying
top five of all time, probably not. But if you say lyricist, he is. Top 5 lyricist of all time? Pun, yeah. Definitely. Pun's in there. Pun's in there. Pun is ridiculous. So
I'm putting Pun in there.
So yeah, so that's
Rios goes in there with the
and if you have not, and I don't care what anyone says, man, we gotta stop sleeping on Pun. Whenever I hear people, oh, the best lyricist.
Pun nice, nigga.
You could spend your whole life and you will never write bars as lethal.
So Pun,
as like even when he
Pun
went back and
going
forth
my
with
top
Black
5.
Thought, like Black Thought is one of the nicest alive, but people don't give Black Thought his credit.
nah.
Like Black Thought, oh
Complex
my
ain't
God.
Complex ain't even having in Philly top 5.
Listen, that just shows you.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with Complex?
Listen,
They
my
had
brother.
Meek Mill in there over Black Thought. I was like, nah.
Nah, listen.
Beanie C
And it's
went there
no-
over Black Thought. Nah.
Listen. And now, don't get me wrong, Siegel
No,
nice
no,
too.
Beans
Beans,
nice.
Beans.
But that's Black Thought, though.
Yeah, but
Thought
Black
nice,
Thought,
man.
Thought, I just think that, once again, I think rap is, because it was such a small period of time. I remember when people thought, not Roddy, because I still think Rakim is the God MC. I remember when people thought Big Daddy Kane was the best rapper of all time. It's just like, it's just something that in the late 80s, it was Kane versus Rakim. People were like, yo, who's better, Kane or Rakim? I mean, my point is at
thought
time, Big Daddy Kane is the best rapper?
The thought that Big Daddy Kane was better than Rakim. Who thought that?
Oh, dude,
People
that was the
know?
late 80s. The late 80s, especially the cats and queens. The late 80s, people, that was the big, everyone was like, yo, when's Kane gonna battle Rakim? It was like Sugar Ray Leonard and what's the name of the dude, the Cuban dude, or not the Cuban, what's his name?
Duran.
Roberto Duran. It was like that kind of, in the late 80s, it was who's better,
No, that was in
Kane
New York.
or Rakim? New York, I was in New York, so
Yeah,
I don't know if it was outside of New York.
No, us down here already knew Rakim was that nigga. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So that was up there.
That was up there. That was
yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
Big
Yo,
Daddy.
yo,
That was in New York.
Can I ask a
Down
question?
here, we already knew Rakim was that nigga.
Can I ask a question? And this
Yeah.
is for you. One thing I never understood about DC, and granted, I've been here for 30 plus years, so I'm acting like I ain't a Washingtonian or nothing. But when I came back here in '92 for school, it was like DC was riding for the West Coast more than New York. Why is that?
Yeah.
Like,
I was like that, yeah, with music.
Yeah, like how did that?
With NWA?
DC was, I heard the first time I heard the Chronic,
Chronic?
it was here in DC. The first time
Oh,
I
yeah.
really listened to Short, I listened to Short, it was early days, but DC was a Spice One.
Well,
like I had a
because, I mean,
roommate that was like,
I
yeah.
gotta speak on that.
Please.
That had a lot to do with the streets because
Okay.
a lot of New York dudes was down here
Yeah.
in the streets,
Okay.
doing their street shit, their drug shit.
Okay.
And a lot of DC cats, it was like a rivalry going on. Because they came down here through their DC Connects.
Okay.
But then they was like trying to, that was like the Alpo days. And they was trying to like take it over.
Okay.
And then DC was like going back against them. Like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
So a lot of majority of DC was like, we don't fuck with New York.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
happened.
that's
okay.
what happened. So
okay,
when the
gotcha.
Chronic dropped,
Uh-huh.
it was like, fuck New York, nigga.
Uh-huh.
We fucking with them niggas over there. And that's with Dre and them.
Okay,
Snoop,
but
that's like when
is it-
Snoop dropped. Because it was Snoop who really got us.
My roommate was like from
Yeah.
DC, and he was
Yeah.
blasting only West Coast shit. I was like,
was-
dude.
it was like-
he had a roommate from New York. All he was
When
playing was West
when
Coast
Snoop
shit.
came out, it was like, who the fuck is that nigga? And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
And it was like and it's because Dre sampled a lot of Funkadelic, and Funkadelic reminded everybody in DC of Go-Go.
Okay, all right, I can respect that.
So
I mean,
it was
I can respect that.
Like a segue.
Okay,
Because
okay.
George Clinton loved Chuck Brown, and Chuck Brown loved George Clinton.
Okay,
So when
I
we
respect
heard
that.
when we heard the funky bass and the drums and all that shit coming from George Clinton, we was like, oh shit, it was familiar to us. New York shit was just straight, beats. But the West Coast shit was music.
Ah,
And so
okay.
go-go is more music, is instrumental.
Uh-huh.
And so was, the Funkadelics and all that was instrumental. New York rap wasn't instrumental. It was tracks and beats.
I
So
got
it was
you.
more musical. That's why a lot of DC went straight towards the Chronic. Like the Chronic is a musical hip hop album. It's not a track-based joint.
Okay, yeah,
So,
you're right. You're
so
right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
I know, I dig it. Yeah.
we flew more towards the musical genius of Dr. Dre, because Dre was more into the band shit.
Thank you for explaining. I've been meaning to ask. Shout out to my boy Paris, my boy Big E. Like we was in the room and all I was hearing was this West Coast music, and I'm like, and like I said, it was all love because I liked Go-Go. I loved Go-Go. I was one of the few New York cats. I actually fell in love with Go-Go real early. So
Yeah.
I was like, quick story. One of my first college parties, they played a Go-Go song, "Work the Walls" now. But to me, I don't know, "Work the Walls" might have been old at that point. I don't even know. But to me, it was just some song with a bunch of bongos and Tarzan going, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. All I knew about Go-Go really was the butt, And I'll never forget, man. There were like these 3 girls from college, and they just
freaking out.
Yo, yeah, and I was like right in the middle, and hey, I ain't know
That's
nothing.
majority
Let me tell you something.
That's why the majority like a lot of out of towners fall in love with Go-Go because once the girls go off,
Oh, I was sold.
then they be like, holy shit. Then that's what that do.
I was like, I can see clearly now. I was like,
Singing along.
Hey.
Speaking of people who couldn't see clearly and know that they was on live.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Your boy Shannon Sharp, what's going on with?
Oh.
He announced to the world that he was.
First of all, I want to say I'm about to cuss Shannon Sharp out. First of all, I want to say that you want some bullshit because you talking about your toe hit the button. And you know how many steps? Thank you to Cameron. It is what it is. Cam and May Stats, what's up? Cam said it the best. You know how many phases you have to go through to get on live? That means your fucking toe hit the phone 3 or 4 times. You lying. You're fucking lying. You're lying. You went on live and then called the phone.
Now, who you think went on live? You think the girls? I don't think it was Shannon who would literally.
Shannon probably didn't do it.
Hear me smashing cheeks.
I don't know because, first of all, where's his relevancy level at after the Cat Williams interview?
He's
still, he got a new contract with ESPN, so
he got a new contract and
good.
all that. His relevancy level is still there.
Yeah.
Then he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he didn't have to do it.
So the girl did it.
Yeah, I definitely
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead.
The girl did it because she probably know the other girls that Shannon smashing.
Oh, yeah.
And she wanted them to know I'm smashing Shannon too. That's why. Plus her name Michelle.
Yeah.
So she wanted everybody else to know Shannon smashing Michelle. So Shannon,
Oh my God!
don't say that your toe hit. That was the dumbest thing you could ever say. You gotta go through like 3-4 steps to get on live. I don't even be on live like that. I've never been. I only be on Instagram live like that, my nigga. But I know you gotta say go live, and then you gotta do something else, and then you gotta do something else. So you saying your motherfucking toe hit the button 3 times? I'm on live getting my dick sucked.
Hey,
like nah,
listen. All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on the opposite end of this. First and foremost, man, Unk is Unk. So I mean, I don't see why Unk at 50-something years old needs to do an IG live with him, having his intimate moment. So I don't even see why he would need that. So I'm gonna go on, and I know myself. I've had my phone call people and do things that I'm like, it take about 3 or 4 steps for my phone to do all this. And I see my phone, and I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, I done video call somebody on WhatsApp, and I'm like, how did that even happen?
How many steps do it take for FaceTime?
Huh? FaceTime?
It's like
FaceTime's like that's a quick one.
You pick the person,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Yeah.
I can FaceTime.
So,
But I mean,
if it was FaceTime, then I believe him. But IG Live,
I mean, listen.
Girl, that's what I said.
I mean, and listen, and you know what? That's just grimy.
The girl did that because she probably another girl that Shannon smashing friend. And she wanted her friend to know I'm smashing him too.
But you want to know what was funny? What was funny was how it first came
But
out.
then,
Hold on, man. What was funny was how it first came out, and he act like it was like fake. It wasn't even real. And I guess somebody from his publicity team must have been like, he was like, nah, it didn't happen. That was it. And then somebody from his publicity team was like,
it happened, man.
They like, yo, let's roll with this.
She did this.
Woo!
So
Ugg
my other
killed.
question for that is,
Ugg is funny,
why did he
man.
have to why did he have to come out and say, I'm not gay. I'll bet you don't think I'm gay now. So that's the point that, like, was you trying to prove a point to people?
You know,
I ain't gonna lie, I never ever heard that rumor about it. I never heard that. So I don't know.
You know what's funny, man? And I'm
probably the only one that ain't heard that shit.
Probably. But you know what? I gotta say this, man. What's so funny about our community is that if you are not like hyper heterosexual, people question your sexuality.
People think I'm gay now because I'm celibate.
You know, exactly. Like if I ain't seen you,
Fees ain't fucking. He like boys. I'm like, no, the fuck I don't. Nigga,
it's like how come? And you ever notice how women don't get the same thing? Like if you know a dude that's popular and you can't put him with any women at all, it's like he automatically homosexual. Like he can't just keep his business private. And it's the funniest thing to me. Like that's really all it is. Like it's just that because remember that he tried to holler at Nicole. What's her name? He tried to holler at, what's his name, Eddie Murphy's wife, if I remember. So it's not like he tried to holler, but it's like, oh, we can't put you with nobody. So it's like, unless your life is public, you got to be gay. And I'm just like,
I don't know because
crazy.
I remember
It's crazy.
Delicious, and everybody knows Delicious. God.
Oh, you talking about Delicious from Flavor?
Fuck yeah. Always my favorite. Oh my God.
He ain't going to be
But
celibate too much longer, yo. His celibacy is on the clock.
Shit, Delicious walk this motherfucker, it's a wrap. Celibacy over.
Woo,
but I remember
like
Delicious,
celery.
I think she was on, I don't know if she was on Big Bang in them podcasts. She was on she was doing an interview where she said she jumped in Shannon Sharp DMs. Like, what's up? I'm trying to holler at you. And he ain't respond back, like he ain't like her.
Man, you know how many people probably in that man's DMs,
Nigga,
and I don't know. Shannon Sharp don't strike me as somebody.
my
Shannon Sharp don't strike me as somebody that watch Flavor of Love or keeps up with that whole Delicious
you
like
don't
culture.
have to watch.
I'm not no disrespect to them. I just don't think he keeps up with it.
To know who Delicious is, my nigga.
I mean,
if you know who if he know who B Nasty is, you know who Delicious is.
Well, that's a good point. I don't know. I mean,
you know who Delicious is.
So you're saying that he probably saw it and he didn't respond, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know.
You don't not respond. You respond to Delicious, my nigga.
No, hold on. No joints that look better than her. That's not even.
Don't nobody look better than Delicious.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Listen, one thing you're gonna learn is that there's a point where you just gotta let him be. I already know that I would have said that myself, but I just think, you know, at the end of the day, man, I think Unc was doing his thing. Unc probably, like I said, my phone has literally had conversations with people, and I ain't touch it. So I think there is a world where he probably accidentally hit that joint. Because I mean, but if
Not
the girl,
3 or 4
but if
times.
the girl did it,
I believe what Alex
gangster.
said. The girl did that.
If that's gangster, I mean,
Yeah, she did that.
Well, I hope y'all
she
fellas.
did that, and that girl did that to respond to something. Like, you just don't do that to be doing it.
Well, you do
So it
realize.
was either she did it for her friends, she did it because Shannon smashing one of her friends, she wanted her friend to know he smashing me too, or she did that for some money.
I'm getting to be an old man because I just can't understand.
Well,
you know, but you do realize what you're advocating, right?
I'm ready for my toe to hit this IG butt live 3 times too.
How about, hey, listen, you do understand you setting up a whole lot of brothers right now, though. Because that's going to be the new thing. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that no one ever thought about that.
3-4 times?
Like, I mean, girls, you know, doing it. Basically, because I mean, I ain't until you said it. I ain't even think about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going in this room right now. And look at his artwork. I never even thought of that. You just think she's using her phone. She might be actually IG live in the whole
Stop
time.
being like Dave Chappelle. When you come up in here, check your phone at the door.
Put it in
the bag.
Yeah, they make a bag with a lock.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you one thing.
Every man should start getting the phone, the cell phone bag locks when girls come over.
Or get one of those blockers, right? Like one of those
No, it's a bag you stick your phone in.
Oh, I know.
Zip it up and there's a lock on it.
And that's what you're gonna do? That girl will run out your house so quick.
If need be.
She'd be like, I ain't going in that.
If need be.
She'd be like, I ain't making it home if I go in that.
If need be. So.
We got anything
wrap
else,
this
man?
up,
I think we good, right?
Gotta wrap this up.
Oh man.
You know it's the Big Feast podcast.
Hey man.
Thanks to Two Frames Productions, my original team. They are the greatest.
Definitely,
Sam, thank you so much.
Hey,
thank
like
you, Sam
always.
Walker.
Hey man, therapeutic.
I got to shout
man.
out my homegirl Bobby Blondie. She couldn't make it, but I hope everything working out swell with Auntie.
Definitely.
See you on the next episode, baby.
All right, man. Happy to be here, y'all. Thank you.